Let's see if we die before we reach the bottom. I think we will. We've still got 3,000 meters to go. I think we're definitely gonna die before we before we even get like halfway down, I feel like. Hello and welcome to Subnautica. Alright, oh, I am up the tower. And I have a bunch of quartz on me. Okay, well, let's go back down and check what's in the storage to see if we're gonna have to go diving for more titanium or if we're gonna be able to build straight away. We might have to do some diving. Alright, how much titanium? Okay, we've got a fair few lockers worth. Okay, we've got about 3 or 4 lockers worth, so I think actually I'll go for one little diving trip and fill up the storage on the drill daddy, and then we'll get straight to building. Alright, let's get in the drill daddy. Let's go get ourselves some tits. Titanium, and then build time. That's not... Oh, there we go, bit of pinball. That's fine, just bounce off the side. Should be right. That's the way we want to go. Yeah, okay, well that didn't work. We just lost all momentum. So I think all this stuff in the middle section of the back of the engines is mostly gone. But then like further off the cliff on the other side, I think there's still stuff. Oh, there's some here. Let's grab this, we may as well.
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
It's a couple pieces, so why not? And then we'll continue over this mountain, and there should be a bountiful booty, and I do like a booty. What? Here we go. This is where we're at. Now, I think old mate Reaper is still about here somewhere. I think there's one left. Oh, I didn't get rid of all the quartz, no wonder. Okay, well, there goes all the quartz.
Oh no, my quartz!
Oh no! Anyway. It's an avalanche of quartz. It's not a very fast avalanche, but it's an avalanche of quartz. There are also titanium nodes down here. There's one there. Oh, there's still a fair decent amount of salvage though. Alright, let's go back, drop this off, and continue our cloud journey. Is the top of that spire rendering? Because I feel like it goes higher than that. Alright, let's break down all this salvage.
And start building to God.
Oh, also, I've got a new mod on. And when I say new mod, it's not actually new. We already had it, but I didn't know how to use it. So I can put one thing in the chest, and then if I press the right arrow, bam, it's all there. I don't have to manually put piece by piece across into the chest, which is another massive time saver. So that should make things a bit quicker in the collection phase. Is that all that we've got? I think that might be all we've got. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? We'll go with that. We can just continue building with what we've got. That'll last us quite a while. I had no idea you can build bases above water. Well, here we are, all above water. The only thing in this build that is technically not above water is the moon pool, because there was no way to be able to actually build that anywhere other than underwater or at the very top of the water for me. So that's like the one exception, because otherwise if we had to do all of this without being able to have vehicles, we would not be able to complete it. But yeah, you can definitely build above water. It's awkward because you can't just swim up and place things. You have to create a scaffolding to do so, but you know, it definitely works. And now if we go up here, this gets us right to the top. So we go, bup, and now we're in the heavens. Because how high are we currently? 2,733. That's how high we are. And we're going higher. It's all about the height. All about getting high. Wait a sec. So we're aiming for 3,500 by the end of the stream. but we'll see how we go. We've got to keep good pace. Man, it's definitely struggling more than it used to when placing stuff. Now, we've got to also keep an eye on our water, because that is the first thing to go. Usually, we don't even run out of materials before we run out of water. I forgot to remove the hatch. Okay, well, that one's staying, because I can't be asked going back down. It's either I jump off and break my legs and get it now. Do I? It's gonna bother me. I'll go on. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna miss for a second there. It's fine. We can just sneak back in, remove it, and then climb up. We can't afford these mistakes, though. They will slow down productivity. And I'm obviously all about efficiency and productivity. That's what we're about on this channel. We absolutely always are 100% efficient. And never do anything ridiculous. Learning fall damage is also a thing in Subnautica. Somebody mentioned that. I think it was on one of my TikToks. They saw one of the TikToks where I'd fallen. It was only from like 600 meters at the time, I think. They're like,
oh, today I learned that there's fall damage in Subnautica.
Because no normal person decides in a game about exploring the ocean to build a tower into the heavens and tickle the ballsack of God. But then there's me. And so I did that, and people are like,
oh, I've never seen that before.
But yes, there's definitely fall damage. I tried so hard to play this game, I couldn't leave the shallows. Well, you should do what I do then. Just build up into the sky. No, you actually need to go relatively deep to get half the stuff that will make this possible, so it's a bit hard to do that. I don't even know like what you could do to make it. I mean, I guess you could turn the brightness up a bit or something like that. No, I totally get it. I'm lucky in the fact that I have like a really bad fear of heights. I know, right? I'm building a tower into the sky. IRL, I've got a really bad fear of heights, and I also don't like the deep open ocean. That like messes with my head. But when it comes to a game, no fear whatsoever, to a fault. I'll like play a horror game or something, and then the big bad dude will show up and be like, hey buddy, boop, and then just keep going. And everyone's like,
what are you doing, you psychopath?
I'm like, I'm just having a chill time, what about it? But like IRL, it's a way different story. Oh, piss in my oatmeal. That's not where that was supposed to go. There we go. Shove that one in there. It's fine. Okay, I didn't forget to remove any hatches, so we can continue up. Oh god, that froze for way too long there. We may not reach the height limit just because of the game not being able to handle it, but I believe... Generally, I find with this game, when it freezes, you can wait for it to unfreeze. Some games it freezes and it just crashes. This game, most of the time, it tends to be able to continue afterwards. You just have to wait. I wonder how high up you can go. Well, that's what we're doing for science at the moment. I think I already know how high you can go, but this is all going to be a big experience where we see it for ourselves. It'll take a while. We've been on this journey for a while now. This is our 20th stream. But we were only at about 600 meters as of 3 or 4 streams ago. And then suddenly we got like a couple mods and stuff installed. And we doubled that height within one stream. And then since then we've been like flying up. So we'll reach that height in relatively good order. I figured everyone's already seen all the different bases you can build underwater. And everyone's seen just, you know, relatively standard playthroughs. I wanted to do something a little bit different. I tend to try and play the bad guy, if that's possible. If there's not really necessarily a bad guy, then I play a psychopath, and I try and do things that are a little bit different. Like when we played Grounded, I built a giant tower in that as well. But I built a tower all the way up, and then I went all the way across to the top of the house and found out that the house is not real. And you actually just fall through it into the void, and then you die in the void. And they said Grounded 2 was like 3 times bigger. Hey, but they weren't counting the skybox. So... Oh, the ground's not even real! God damn it! Not even the ground is real! I thought in a game called Grounded, at least the ground would be real! Oh my god, that was a big old delay. Oh, it's getting worse. We also played The Sims a while back, and instead of building a functioning household with functioning members of society, I built a bit of a weird house, but then out the back of it, or out the side of it, I had a bunch of glass boxes that I would entice people into, and then I would remove the door, and then I would paint them, and I would leave them in there to die, and I would put their painting above their ashes in a 3-story mausoleum out the back of the house so that we could remember all the people that we murdered. It was a great time. I think we got like 100 and something people in that mausoleum. It was amazing. We also had like a glass dance house out the back where we invited, there was probably about 2 or 3 dozen people over. Like there was a whole stack of people in there. Obviously I removed the door and watched them all die, and then it turned into a ghost party, and the game started freaking out and crashing because it couldn't handle all the people and all the ghosts in the one room. It was truly something. I think we ended up getting everyone killed, and that was like the grand finale. Okay, so yeah, so it was 127, which means 128, 129. Oh, Hazmat's died! Hazmat Joe's dead as well! 130, 131, 132, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and Joe makes 147. 147 souls! And then Hazmat Joe is dying to cap it all off. The last person in our household is now dead. I keep saying it, but I'm tempted to go back and do another Sims 4 run. I just have to figure out what we'd do to make it fun again. Remember to like and subscribe. Just chuck that in there randomly as well. Ow, I'm dying! Okay, quick. We've got to get out of here before we die inside the building. I'm going to see if I can build up a little bit higher, and then we're going to leave one way or another. Oh, you. Thanks, I hate it. I'm gonna have to fix that somehow. I didn't mean to click. Okay, well. Alley-oop! 3,000, we're at 3,000 meters. Just over 3,000 meters. And now it's auto-saving. What a time to auto-save. Okay, no, we're good now. We're back. We might die before we hit the ground. It's actually very possible that we will. We've still got 2,500 meters to go. Yeah, we're gonna die before we hit the ground. $2,000 meters, 1,800 left to go.
We can make it! Chat, we can make it!
Ah, rip. Oh, I think we... Did we actually... Oh man, we actually went through pretty much all of the titanium. Oh, okay, so that was actually perfect timing. Alright, well, fine. Ow! Oh, why do I always go out at night? Is this the ass? I have no idea where I am. Okay, now I know where I am. I've got to go over there.
Ow.
2,000 years later.
Oh my god, I'm so lost. Where the hell am I? Okay, so it's here. It's got to be just here, right?
Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Alright, there we go. That'll do. Well, he's dead. Alright, let's go for some more titanium. Can you just stop? It's time to stop. Where are your parents? Okay, anyway. I'm lost now. God damn it. Ow! I should just put a beacon down here. I should bring a beacon. Because originally it was pretty straightforward to find where all of this was, because it was just out the back of the Aurora. It was just everywhere. But as soon as it becomes night, it is just absolutely impossible to find this side of the Aurora properly.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Okay, we're full. Don't you take my salvage away, sir. Oh my god, look at how many teeth there are here.
God damn.
If I needed enameled glass, this is where I'd come. That's literally like almost half an inventory worth of teeth or something. Alright, Let's just jump in real quick. We're currently sitting at a nice cruising altitude of 3,000 meters. We are going to get higher. We're aiming for 3,500 by the end of the stream. But there will be no milk chat. Anyone that's waiting for milk chat, there will be no reprisal of milk chat. It has been mentioned, but there will be no milk chat. I think I've gotten lost again. Alright, I'm gonna have to get my bearings. Ow! Okay, that's my bearings. We've just got to go down here further. Eventually we'll hit the bottom. There we go, landed straight on a bunch of scrap. I'm so good at games. Look at me go. Alright, we are good. Let's go. Alright, how much does that give us in the scheme of things? It still leaves us with like 5 lockers empty. So I think we can do at the very least one more run. Ow! Alright, there was still 3 lockers I didn't fill. We should be able to get some good height with that. I'm happy with that. Well, good news everyone. For anyone that is afraid of the ocean, we will not be seeing the ocean for a long time. No Reapers up here yet that I'm aware of. Although I have heard people talk about flying Reapers, so you never know. Okay, so we'll go out this side this time for something a little different. Have a slightly different view of nothing at all. Nothing at all. Whoa, oh my god, it is lagging. It's not liking what's happening at the moment. Oh, there we go. Found the spot.
A few minutes later.
It looks like we're in space because of how high we are up. All of the particles and everything are rendering directly around us. And you can't see anything below anymore. We can't see the water or anything.
Guys, I made it. I didn't need to build a spaceship. I'm already in space.
Oh look everyone, it's the sun. It's the sun that is below us and is slowly disappearing. You know, like the sun does. You know how the sun, if you're like high up in the sky, if you look down, the sun will just disappear. That's how the sun works. I still love that we hear the lapping of the waves all the way up here, as if we're like right next to the ocean. Unless we've got our little swimsuit on and we have headphones on, and either we're just like got Bluetooth headphones on that are playing ocean sounds, or what I believe to be more fun to imagine is instead of having headphones, we have just these 2 giant conches just kind of strapped around our ears so that we can always hear the sea. Because although we have all of this fancy technology, we all know that Bluetooth doesn't travel through water properly. So it would kind of be nonsense to have Bluetooth headphones in this universe. The only scenario that makes sense is we've got 2 giant seashells and we've strapped them over our ears. Wait, actually no, didn't I have a different way to describe it last time? I'm pretty sure there was like little demons flying around with Bluetooth speakers. See, that still works because they're holding the Bluetooth speakers outside of the water. So we don't have to worry about the Bluetooth not working. Maybe both. Maybe I'm wearing Bluetooth seashells. Maybe that's... Oh my god. Look guys! The sun again! Oh, was that supposed to be an eclipse? I think that was an eclipse. That's so bizarre, with like, because the sun is technically, what, over there? But then the sun was over there, and then there was an eclipse? Okay, that was... I've not seen that happen before. We've seen like the whole giant orb of the sun show up, but I've never had it during an eclipse. Literally every time we build now, the whole game just freezes. We've got like a quick build on, but it doesn't end up being quicker because we're waiting for the game to unfreeze. So we're kind of, we had this like little sweet spot where the game would actually build things instantly, probably around like 1,000 meters high or something. But now that we're substantially higher, we're back to about, still a little bit quicker than the original building speed, but we've lost a lot of that extra speed that we had because we're waiting for it to unfreeze every time.
Eventually.
Oh, okay, we're on our death streak now. Alright, that's as high as we get. 3,500, so we made it exactly to 3,500. Let's do the yeet. Oh no. Okay, it's fine. Let's see if we die before we reach the bottom. I think we will. We've still got 3,000 meters to go. I think we're definitely gonna die before we even get like halfway down, I feel like. Half health, still got 2,000 meters to go. Believe, believe, believe. We're gonna make it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, chat. 1,200 meters left. No, we're not gonna make it to the bottom before we die, I don't think so. Oh, it's actually a lot closer than I thought it would be. 700 meters. No, we're definitely gonna die. We're gonna die at about 200 meters, I think.
Yeah.
Almost exactly at 200 meters. It was like 210 meters or something that we died. So, we officially have proven that if we jump from the top of the tower at its current height, 3,500 meters, and we are dying from thirst, we die from thirst before we hit the bottom. We're finally at that point. We don't die from the fall anymore, we die from starvation. I love that for us.